Good morning everyone. It's me, Kat, and you are watching A Better Life with Kat and how to take care of your home on a daily basis. And this is what we're doing today. I base everything on the Flylady system. As a former Flylady myself, I have a system that is very similar, just has a few little tweaks. You might enjoy it. If you do, great. If you don't, please go over to flylady.net and follow Flylady because it's proven that this system works really, really well. Okay, so what you'll see is a recording, if you're watching this recorded, of me welcoming all of my friends, my mentees, my subscribers, my patrons, and it's my joyous pleasure every morning to do that. And I'd love to do that with you as well, calling you by name, having you being part of this community. If you don't want to watch that part, however, recorded, you can skip ahead until you see this. And that is your sign that we're getting ready to talk about what we're doing this day to make your day a lot easier. So here we go, saying hello to everyone. And the first person here this morning was Pat Hinkie. Hi, Pat. How are you today? Good to see you. And Gaynor Lloyd is here. Lucia Reynolds is here. Hi, Gaynor. Hi, Lucia. My sister Patty's here to take care of us. Hope is here this morning. Good morning. Jenna Roerig is here. Hi, Jenna. Margie Forrest is here. Good morning. Jamise Toyer is here. Hey, Jamise. She says beautiful. She's so sweet. Sana is here. Good morning, Sana from Finland, if I'm not correct. I think I am. Nancy Soretta is here. Good morning, Nancy. Ghani is here. Good morning, Ghana. Shoutin' Lawrence. Kendra Ann is here. Hi, Kendra. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Libby Chapman is here. Hi, Libby. Lots of my patrons are here. CZ is here. Hi, CZ from Alabama. Good to see you. Jeannie is here. Good morning, Jeannie. Lita is here. Good morning, Lita. Nancy H is here. Hi, my sweet Nancy H. Shelly Van Houten is here. Good morning, Shelly. She says good morning to everyone. And April Epp is here, wishing Mr. B and I a good morning. Vanessa Watson is here. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you this morning? Dickie Talmadge is here from Santa Paula, California. Good morning, Dickie. Good to have you. Mavie is here. Mavie, are you new? Have you just joined us? Welcome. So happy to have you. Ellen H is here. Hi, Ellen. Do I know you? I don't know. I don't recognize that name, but maybe you changed it. Megan Cooper is here. Hi, Megan. Lisa Iao is here. Good morning. She's saying hello to me and Mr. B. Carrie Joy is here. Carrie, haven't been here in a while. Good to have you back. Aranula is here. Aranula Papa from Greece. Good to have you here, Aranula. Good morning. And have a wonderful weekend. You as well. Regina Udy is here. One of my longest mentees, my evolver. Hi, Regina. I'm happy to have you here this morning. Dickie Talmadge says, hey, Patty. Nada Shepherd is here. Good morning, ladies. Still laid up. How do I deal with housework when I'm incapacitated? I'm watching the house fall apart around me. Nada, if you are totally bedridden, you can't do anything, but you can delegate and ask people to do certain things for you. If you are up enough to go to the bathroom and wash your face and patter to the kitchen, then you can do your routines, or at least most of your routines, and that will help you a lot. And maybe even Clutter Check. You might not be able to put things away, but you could ask people, would you please put this away for me? Thank you. It's totally okay. You still get to be who you are, the alpha of the home, the CEO. You still get to be that even though you're incapacitated. And you can delegate because that's what CEOs do. All right. Who did I skip? There's so many of you this morning. Sheila Morton is here from the Pacific Northwest. Hi, Sheila. Hope you guys are smoke-free today. Sarah Simplicity is here. Hi, Sarah. Good to have you. Amna B is here. Good morning. Catherine Danielle is here. Or Daniel is here. Hi, Catherine. Some of these names seem new to me. Tell me if you're new, please. Mr. B says, happy Friday, everyone. Micah People, hi, Micah. How are you doing? How's your job? Ellen says, I am new. Well, welcome, Ellen. We're so happy to have you here. Patricia M says, good morning, all. Hi, Patricia. Pat Hinkie says, suggestion, I don't drive, so I don't own a car. I do something special, Clutter Check garage or clean the china cabinet. She's talking about, because today is car and purse day, she doesn't want to do her car. And we'll get to that. That's a good point. I'll bring that up. Let's see. Catherine Rouse said, hi, Kat. Happy Friday. Thank you, Kathy. Good to have you here this morning. Janet Carnes is here. Hi, Janet. Maybe says, Denise from Marianna, Florida, payroll fly baby, home with husband after he had surgery. Happy to catch you live. Denise, it's so good to have you here. Make sure you put your name Denise in there every time so I can call you by your real name, okay? Simone Dressler is here from Germany. Hello, Simone. How are you today? I learned how to say something in German from one of my clients in Germany's child who speaks fluent German. And I know Danke is thank you. I know you're welcome is bittershoot. I can't remember how to say beautiful. How do you say beautiful? Then I'll remember how to say thank you. And you're welcome. Thank you is beta, I think. And you're welcome is beta, and then the word beautiful. Or the same word that is for beautiful. So I'd like to know that because it's fun to learn new languages. Jamise says, welcome to Ellen. Good, Jamise. Sheila says, smoke is cleared in my area, thank God. Ooh, so good. I'm so happy for you, Sheila. Take a deep breath. Micah said, our job is okay, still hoping for a day shift position. Little man is 9 months old. That can't be true, Micah. Can't believe he's that big. Sophia Basil is here from Sweden, going home for the weekend. Going home from work, sorry. Well, hi, Sophia. So good to have you. Such a beautiful country, Sweden. Mr. B said, make sure to join Kat's special Patreon channel and be in this private special group, and that's the link for A Better Life with Kat on Patreon. To join, you will pay $5 a month. It will be automatically taken from your account the first of every month, and when you first sign up. So we're in the beginning of the month. It's a great time to sign up. I have great videos out there for you every day, well, 5 days a week. And there's no advertisements, and they're specific videos. So love to have you over there and be a part of my special community. Also, when you're in that community, you have the opportunity to send me private notes. You have the opportunity to suggest videos. You have the opportunity to be mentored by me. So it's wonderful to have you join our Patreon group. Now, the mentoring is $25 for 30 minutes, but you have the opportunity to do that. Thank you, Sean. Schön, right? Beautiful is Schön. I don't know what hübsch is, but I think Beta schön is you're welcome. Is that right? I'm trying. Okay, Nicole Ernst Boris, good morning. Have a great weekend, all. Randy C says, good morning. No notice today. Oh, Randy, I'm sorry you didn't get a notice, but you know I'm here. Simone says, I think you mean Danke schön. Oh, well, that's probably true. What is Beta schön? Beta schön, what does that mean? Danke schön, okay. Her child's only 10. Micah People, yes, he's huge. 23 pounds, 29 inches, crawling everywhere. Wow, Micah, you definitely have your arms full. Lisa Iao, my week has been out of whack, dropped back to routine, so glad my house is just weekly home blessing away from clean. Yes, ma'am, Lisa. Schön, that's beautiful. Amy says, hearts and good morning. Ellen says, thanks, Jamise. Maria Bridget, looking forward to what you tell us today, and I'm looking forward to telling you. It's just going to be a couple more minutes. My boys went to German immigration for elementary, Hope says. Oh, that's awesome. Simone says, Dankeschön, danke, bitteschön, you're welcome. Okay, so danke means you're welcome, or Dankeschön means you're welcome, and bitteschön means you're welcome. I mean, danke means thank you. Dankeschön is a nice way to say thank you. That's what I'm thinking I'm getting. Like a more nice way to say thank you is Dankeschön, and bitteschön is you're welcome. Thank you for this little lesson. I'll try to remember it. Kathy Jones, hi Kathy, good morning. And Bella's here, good morning Bell. Simone says danke is thank you. Yeah, I knew it. I knew that's what you meant. Connie Miller, good morning. Hi Connie, good morning. Okay guys, you guys ready? You ready, or is anybody else coming in? And do we have thumbs ups today? Oh gosh, we only have 8 thumbs up. What's going on, chillins? Let's get some thanks for this video and give us a thumbs up so that we get recognition from YouTube, which is what we need to keep this video service alive. I'm getting ready to go and do our morning routine. You guys ready? Let's see. Lisa says she's ready. Simone says thanks for a bit of German. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Maria Bridget said, how long will it take to get the whole system installed? Not long. You need to watch how to do the Flylady system for newbies. That's what you need to watch. How to do the Flylady system for newbies on this channel. It's an old video. It'll take you about an hour. You need to set aside about an hour. Get a paper and pencil, possibly a roll. I like to use a spiral notebook so you can take notes, stop the video and take notes. That's what I recommend for you. Okay, hi Catherine. She's ready. Thumbs up. Okay, you ready, girls? Here we go. And now we begin. Corrine has just caught us live for the first time. Welcome, Corrine. Okay, so here we go. What are we going to do in the morning? We're going to do our routine. So our routine is get up and get dressed, make our bed, brush our teeth, wash our face, moisturize our skin, put on a little makeup, fix our hair, swish the toilet, wipe out the sink, go to the kitchen, put the dishes away, and make breakfast. But before you go to the kitchen, that's a routine right there. In the morning, we have the morning routine. That's what this is. But we also have other routines that happen in the morning. Our paper routine, our laundry routine, and our clutter check. So on the way to the kitchen, after you've done the bathroom or bathrooms, yes, they all get done in the morning, swish and swipe. Then you're going to go to the laundry room because you usually pass it on the way to the kitchen and start your load of laundry. Today I have a huge load of towels going. So get your laundry going and then go into the kitchen and empty the dishwasher and make your coffee or your breakfast. Here's my little cinnamon coffee this morning. While you're in that laundry room, if you have paper clutter, and some of you don't, but most people tend to when they start the program especially, you're going to start with 6 inches of paper clutter in your laundry room every Monday. So this is Friday. You're down to 2 inches. So if you haven't ever put anything in there, go grab 2 inches of paper, put it in there, and take half of that or 1 inch and work on it right now, not later today. You're not going to put ketchup on it and catch up on it later. We're just going to step in. So get an inch and go through it. What is inbox worthy? Legitimate things that need to be filed. Not, oh, maybe I should just file this in case I need it one day. Really legitimate things. Things that need to be paid, things that need to be disputed, things that need to be called about, things that need to be put in your planner, things like that. That goes in your inbox. Everything else is trash. If it has an account number on it or a social security number on it, make sure that is destroyed. You can use a permanent black marker to mark it out. You can shred it with your fingers. If you have a shredder, you can shred that piece of paper. You don't have to shred the whole document, just that piece of paper. Anytime you have an account number or your social security number. A lot of people are freaked out because their name's on it, their address is on it. Are you kidding me? Anyone can go on the computer and get your name and address. It's very simple. Don't even waste your time. We live in the 20s of 2000, so just shred those other things or tear them up. All right, so let's take care of the paper, get it done. Boom, just a few minutes, get that done and put away. If you do an inch every day, in a week you get rid of a half a foot, in 2 weeks a foot of paper, and a whole month you're gonna get rid of 2 feet of paper. So if you have 24 feet of paper, and that's a lot of paper, if you have 24 feet of paper, in a year it's gonna be gone. How long have you had 24 feet of paper? You don't really get that in a month. That takes a long, long time. So this is going to be how you get rid of it. The key is you have to go through on Wednesdays or whenever you do your planning and desk day each and every week. You have to go through that inbox and make sure you get it done. You can't just put ketchup on that either. You have to do it. And that's going to make all the difference. Or you're just going to end up with more paper clutter that's already been gone through, and that's going to be harder to go through the second time. Trust me. Okay, laundry, we talked about. Paper, we talked about. Clutter check. We're going to do 3 clutter checks a day. That clutter check happens in the morning, not necessarily right now, maybe after breakfast. You can do it now if you want to. If you have children, we need to get them up, and they're going to do a version of your morning routine. They're going to get up, make their bed. Yes, they are. Doesn't have to be perfect. They're going to wash their face and brush their teeth and wipe out the sink and get dressed and put their pajamas away and come have breakfast. That's what they're going to do, okay? You might give them 1 or 2 tiny little things to do as part of their regular routine that doesn't feel like a drudge. You're not going to give them so much that they're overwhelmed, and consider the fact that your child may not be a morning person. Maybe that little thing needs to be done in the evening instead for them, okay? There are truly morning people and evening people. So consider that. Just because you and your husband are morning people doesn't mean you're going to have an morning person. And just because you and your husband are sidetracked doesn't mean your child's going to be sidetracked, or vice versa. So everybody is an individual, and we're going to give that respect. To get respect, we give respect even to children. So there you go. All right, so we've done our morning routine, we've done our paper, we've done our laundry, and now we're going to do a clutter check. Do a quick clutter check. Just takes a second. Look at all your flat surfaces and any spaces you have recently decluttered. So for example, Kendra has just done her pantry. So she's going to open up her pantry and make sure she hasn't shoved anything in there instead of placed it in there. There's a difference. It's about a split-second difference, and it makes the difference over the long haul. Just like the dripping of water wears away stone, the dripping of shoving builds up a big stone. You have to stop shoving and start placing properly. Okay, just takes a half-second more. All right, so you're going to check anything you've just done, maybe your underwear drawer, just to make sure you're not throwing things in there, you're placing things in there, okay? All right, then we're going to get with the program. It's daytime. Everything's been done in the morning, so now if you have children, let's talk about that, because most of you do, some of you don't, and that's fine, bear with us. If you have children, there's 3 things that are going to happen, or 4. Either they're babies and they don't have any school and you just got constant babies all day long, and that's just the facts of life for a few little years. If you have babies and children who are going to school, you have to do one of 3 things to those children, even if you don't have babies. 3 things, one of 3 things. Either you're taking them to school, or they're riding the bus if it's so in your area, or they're plugging into distance schooling, or you're homeschooling. Each one of those looks a little bit different. If you're taking your kids to school, you're going to have to make your morning routine work so that you're done with your morning routine and the kids have done their morning routine. They've got their backpacks by the front door. It's all ready to go. Nobody's looking for shoes or backpacks or homework. It's by the front door. You made sure of that last night. You made sure that they did that. You don't do everything for them. You make sure that they do. You inspect what you expect. So we're going to get them into the car on time and into the waiting line to drop them off at school. And then when you come back, you're going to pop right back in where you were. Don't go crazy. Don't go to Starbucks. Don't sit in the car and just veg. Go and come right back. Yeah, you can go to Starbucks if you promise that you'll take it right home with you and won't sit around with it and look at Facebook or whatever, okay? So come back and step right back in. So if you haven't done your morning routine, like Clutter Check, you haven't done that yet, you're going to do that. Now, for those of you who have little babies, you're also going to do, or little children who dump toys on the floor, you're also going to do 4 toy checks, which is separate from Clutter Checks. Toy checks just mean you're putting all the toys away 4 times a day. After breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, and before bed. Those 2 on the ends are going to be pretty light. The 2 in the middle are going to be pretty heavy. But you have to do it. If you don't, the toys are going to get worse and worse and worse. And you're going to notice what your child doesn't play with and what your child does play with. And then you can rotate some things out. Or maybe they've outgrown those things and get rid of those things. Or reintroduce them to your baby. Look, you didn't see your giraffe. You know, that kind of thing. All right, next. Okay, if your kids have to be plugged in, if your kids are distance learning, I know if you have more than one that they're probably on different schedules, and that's a hassle, but you can do this, and this is not going to be forever. So you may or may not need to observe what they're doing. They're not turning off their camera. They're not taking notes when the teacher says to take notes. They're not answering questions. You have to keep an ear out. Depending on how young they are, you may have to sit with some of them. So when they get a break is when you're going to do your 15 minutes of routine. If your children are being homeschooled, or if your children are dependable and you know that they're doing well and you can just put an eye on them every now and then you can do your zone right after you get your kids ready for school, the kind that are distance learning. The kind that are being homeschooled, my high recommendation is that you don't homeschool them until you've got your 15 minutes of zone done. So get that zone done. And for all of you who don't work outside the home, you're at-home homemakers, even if you don't have kids, 15 minutes of zone happens first thing in the morning. It's like morning exercise. It makes you feel better. So get that done and out of the way. So we're in the kitchen. It's our last day. 15 minutes, set a timer. Don't run around the house. Stay right there with 3 containers so you can, if you're decluttering, throw away in one container, put away in another container, give away in another container. When the timer goes off, you're done no matter where you are in the process. Stop. Take the garbage to the garbage can, take the giveaway to the trunk of the car, and take the put away and put it where it goes quickly. Don't mess around. Put it where it goes. Place it, don't shove it, please. Okay. If you find that you don't have room for it in the place that you want it to go because you haven't decluttered that place yet, my suggestion is a container in the corner of the room of that room, and a place in the corner of the room of that particular room with a lid on it like a bin so that kids don't get into it. And then when you can, and you've gotten into that zone, you start decluttering that area first so you can put these things where they go, okay? All right, next thing we're going to do, we're done with our morning. We're going to look at our basic weekly plan. And today's basic weekly plan is a simple, simple one, unless you've never done it before. And when you do it once, it's easy. And that is to declutter your car. So it's called Car and Purse Day. So you're going to go out to your car and you're going to open the door and you're going to see if there's anything in there that doesn't belong in there. Now, that doesn't mean you have to take every single thing out of your car. If you travel a lot in your car and your kids have games in the back pocket or whatever, or some bin under the seat, that's fine. But what we're trying to get is goldfish bags or plastic bags that goldfish were in, sippy cups, babies, meaning toys, blankies, shoes, jackets, all that, and anything that you've left, even your briefcase if you're a payroll. Get that stuff out of your car. And then you can shake the mats and you can promise yourself, pardon me, that you won't allow anything to be brought into your car that isn't brought out of your car when you get out of it. So when you go off with your children and you allow them to bring a couple of things with them, know that they are going to take those things out. And that ultimately it rolls up to you as the CEO to be responsible for those things. So if your children fall asleep in the car and they wake up like little zombies and you can't expect them to take their things out because they're like, you have to take those things out. One mother told me that her children have a backpack for the car. So they just have to grab their backpack. Everything goes back in the backpack. They take it back in. It's their car backpack. I think that's a great idea. But whatever it is, it comes out if it doesn't belong in the car. And then you resolve that nothing's going to go in that doesn't go out. So let's say, let's talk about Starbucks, but it could be any place. Let's say you went by and got a drink from Starbucks. And when you got home, you had groceries to take care of, and you just let that drink, what was left of it, the ice or whatever, sit in the cup holder, and you didn't throw it away. That is trash in your car. Resolve that the first thing you're going to do when you get up is look around where you're sitting before you get the groceries out, get that and take it to the garbage can. Then go open the back of the car and get your groceries out, or the back seat or the trunk or whatever it is, okay? So you don't ever have that happening. When your car is clean, you feel so much better. Now, it might not be clean, but it's decluttered. Once in a while, take it through the drive-through car wash, get it washed, get their heavy-duty vacuum it out. You're going to feel like you're in a new car. You feel like a new person when you drive a clean car. And it doesn't matter how old your car is. If it's clean, you don't mind giving your neighbor a ride if you need to, etc. Okay? A lot of talk about that, but I just wanted to make sure you get it. It's not going to be hard to maintain it, because if you've done that, then when you go out on Car and Purse Day, you're just going to shake the mats and say, this looks pretty good. I might even take a cloth and wipe the dust off the dashboard. Okay? And then the second part of this day is purse. Now I realize that we're really not traveling in our cars and really not using our purses too much, most of us. I dumped mine out the other day, day before yesterday, just because I'd been traveling. I dumped it out, and there was really one piece of gum wrapper in it. That's it. Everything else was exactly what it needed to have in it. Because I don't use it, it sits in the corner of my room. I'm home all the time. But that may or may not be the case for you. So every week we want to clean it out. Plus, if you are taking it places, you want to wipe the outside off, especially now. I think you should always do that, but especially now. Wipe it off. And maybe switch out purses so you don't wear your purse out. I tend to take one purse and just use it and use it and use it. I just do. And it's just who I am. I have maybe 2 purses a season that I use. So make sure you keep your purse clean, your wallet's emptied. If you are a person who needs to keep receipts, make sure those receipts come out and go in the proper place, etc. Okay, so that's a quick day for you. And the rest of the afternoon is yours. It's almost like a mini free day. There is one other thing I want to talk about, and that is that we're going to have, what was it? I was thinking of somebody else asked me a question. I was going to talk about it, but I can't remember what it was. Re-ask your question and I'll look for it. I remember I said I would talk about it when we talked about what we're doing today. I can't remember what it was. If somebody remembers it, put it up and I'll keep my eye out for it. So the other thing is that this is date night. This is date night. So we're going to make sure we have a date with our spouse. Why? Well, it's always important, whether you have children or don't have children. If you have children, children are little attention suckers. They want your attention. They need your attention. They clamor for your attention. So if you are... Thank you, Micah. I remember. Let me finish this sentence and I'll talk about it. It's what you do if you don't have a car. if you have children, they're going to they want your attention. It's their natural inclination. They're not doing anything wrong and they're not weird. It's just the way kids are. That's why you don't have a date with a child, because the whole thing is about your child, which is what we do all day anyway. A date is with another adult, especially your husband, who can give you the same attention that you give them back. Each other, it's an exchange. But if you're not married, then a friend is a great person to exchange things with. It's just building each other up. So with a spouse, your children are going to be gone so shortly. I know it feels like it's going to never, ever end. But one day they're going to be gone and you're going to be left with your spouse. And if you haven't maintained and built a relationship over the years, you won't have much of a marriage. So this is the person you chose to marry. This is the person you were so thrilled when they asked you to marry them. This is that person that you love with all your heart. So make sure that person knows it and that they can tell you the same thing. And you can share things that are bothering you or things that are annoying you or things that are making you happy or just anything. You get to share it all, your whole self with them. And it's a beautiful thing. So have a date night tonight. Let's say you don't have any money, but you have some air pop popcorn or microwave popped corn. Hello. A movie on TV that's free, and each other. That's a date. Okay? Whatever you do, make it a date. All right, make sure you make it a date. Make sure you plan to have a date. It's very important. All right, the question that Micah reminded me that someone asked, and Pat Hinkie, I think, asked, was what do you do when you don't have a car? If you don't have a car, then you have an opportunity to do something else. Pat says she takes a couple of minutes to straighten the garage. That's a great idea. You can take a couple of minutes to do something else that's related. Maybe it is the front hall closet when people come to visit you. Maybe you really want to give that a little extra attention. Maybe it is just the way the garage looks in general. Maybe it's tidy, but it needs to be blown out with the air blower. That'll just take a couple of minutes and make it look entirely different when you don't have leaves in there. Amy said, service your bicycle. Excellent idea. So these are all great ideas. Make sure that you do something related to travel, because you do travel at times out of your home, even if it's just you take a ride with somebody and you wear a car coat and you want to make sure that spot is off your car coat. You know, this is the time to think about traveling outside your home, okay? All right, that's it for today. Let's see if we had anything else. Spray the house for bugs, good idea. I think that's it. Okay, guys, don't forget. Hi, Mary Blue. I'm glad you're back. Teresa's here. Okay, so make sure that you give us a thumbs up, really important. Share this video if you think it's going to help one of your friends. That's also very helpful for them and good for you. When you give, you receive back. And always remember that you are beautiful. So be beautiful. Bye. I'll be here tomorrow morning at 10.